Hello YouTube, welcome to another tutorial on Daikon Forge GUI. Today I'm going to cover tweens in DFGUI. Let's get started. I have a panel here with a few controls in it. I'd like this panel to drop down from the top of the screen. To do this I'm going to add a tween vector 3. DFGUI includes a number of tween components. These can be used to tween any property. And there are tweens for colors, color 32s, floats, rotations, and vectors. I'm going to add a vector 3 for position. This is the name of the tween, mostly for your own organization. I'm going to pick the position property. Auto-run sort of determines whether the tween automatically runs on startup or whether you have to trigger it manually. The function determines how the tween is performed. The default is linear, but as you can see there's quite a number of options available to you. If the function doesn't give you enough control, you can also specify a custom animation curve for the tween. Loop specifies how the tween loops. Once is the default, so the tween plays through and then stops. Loop, it will play through and then play through again from the beginning, and so on until you stop the tween manually. Ping pong is similar, except that the tween plays forward and then plays backward and forward again, and so on. Length is how long it takes the tween to run. I'm going to leave this the default of 1 second. Start and end value are both very similar. Sync on run is whether it uses the current value as soon as it copies the current value as soon as this is run. And offset means this value is an offset from the current value. So if I wanted something to always start 200 pixels up, positive is up, I'd just use value as offset and assign 200. And I'm going to click assign current value to end. And now let's run this. And as you can see, the panel drops down from the top of the screen. But this looks a bit boring. I think I want my panel to bounce a bit as it drops down. So I'll simply use the tween function to accomplish that. And there's a bounce curve already included. Let's run this. Now that looks a lot better, has more flavor to it. You can also event bind tweens together. So I'm going to add an event binding so this button will flash green when the panel's tween finishes playing. I'll add a tween. Color property. And I'll also add an event binding. Panel is the event source, or rather the panel's tween. Tween completed. And the button's flash tween is the event handler. And we'll choose the play event. As you can see, the tween plays through as soon as the panel slides down. It's also possible to group together tweens using the tween group component. You can have the tweens in the group play either simultaneously or sequentially one after the other. I'm going to add a few tweens to my label. So it'll flash red, then green, and then blue. These will play one after another. And I'll add a tween loop to this. Set the mode to sequence rather. And assign each of my 3 tweens to this. And add an event binding. I'm going to have this play when the button is clicked. So. And now let's run this. And as you can see, the label flashes red, green, and blue in sequence. You've now learned the basics of using tweens in DFGUI. Tweens are a powerful way to add polish to your UI, and they can also be used for just about anything that needs to be animated, not just UI components. Thanks for watching.